I really appreciate moments in Doctor Who in which the Doctor reflects on the nature of his race's namesake, time. He is fundamentally unlike us in that subject's respect. It's his bread and butter, the stuff of his genes, his very inheritance. It's this defining trait, that which constitutes his alien status, and the subsequent contrast of perception between him and human characters that can be used to motivate drama and render fuller apprehension of his character. In this scene's case, or more accurately the case of this segment of dialogue, we're alerted to a very significant internal flaw.
Well, I suppose it's time.
In order to be delicate for the Doctor's sake, Mel innocently leans on the common abstract phrase of "it's time" to communicate that she is leaving the TARDIS. The Doctor's initial response is to genially wax lyrical and philosophical about the concept of time.
Time? Funny how business time. It delights in frustrating your plans. All Cain's bitterness and hatred thwarted by a quirk of time.
He does this due to genuinely missing Mel's inference, which we can possibly credit to his extraterrestrial nature, despite his evident preoccupation.
No, I meant, I suppose it's time I should be going.
Oh.
Then, after Mel clarifies her intended meaning and repeats the word time in the process, the Doctor is shown to reflect on the information in a distracted and surprised manner before returning to that aforementioned thematic subject and style of speech.
Time that I left.
Yes, well, you could be right. Time for you to go.
Before I go,
For your business time.
Doctor!
Well, if you must go.
Before I go, I'd just like to say...
No point, Mel. No point hanging around wasting time.
No, I'm not going until I've said my piece. I just wanted
There's
to
no
say...
time, Mel.
At this point, however, instead of employing a jocular register, he uses somewhat cynical, cold and cutting constructions in response to Mel's interjections, compounding this rather spiteful tone by characterizing the subject as a commodity, which perhaps, to his way of thinking, Mel may as well have been doing. He seems to initially mask his pain at her decision with a thinly veiled attempt at sardonic indifference. One wonders if he is temporarily trying to hurt her feelings too. This process of one-sided rhetorical play is seemingly triggered again when Mel says, "I'm going now."
I'm going now.
That's right, yes, you're going. You're gone for ages. You're already gone. You're still here. Just arrived.
And the Doctor enumerates different phrasal verbs that include the past participle of going, in combination with the use of different deictic markers, already, still, just. This has the effect of expressing, in a very general way, the relativity of time and being's comprehension of it, just how ridiculously quickly it seems to the Doctor, a being from a highly advanced to the point of them being perceived as deities, alien civilization, and who has lived for over 700 years experiencing the vast corners of the universe in a non-linear, free and gleefully autonomous fashion, that Mel is leaving him, and thus how crushing a piece of news it is. The effect is solidified when we're thereafter given a sucker punch through the sudden use of a different construction, the declarative, and more personable, "haven't even met you yet."
Haven't even met you yet.
They've been on numerous death-defying adventures, and it feels to the Doctor as if he hadn't even started getting to know Mel. If our state of being and perception of time and how we define and express those indeed
It all depends on who you are and how you look at it.
then you wouldn't be blamed for concluding that the Doctor defines them in this moment in a fairly morose and very melancholy way, and this perhaps serves as evidence that he finds it difficult to get an adequate emotional grasp of exactly what should come as second or indeed first nature to him, when we're audience to the somber label of time as a strange business.
Strange business. Time.
And then, as he stares into space and falls into unknowable depths of gloom and contemplation, we realise with much pity that the man is more lost than we thought. For me, it's this short exchange of dialogue in classic Who which epitomises the pivotal character's greatest affliction, and one of the programme's primary means of pathos: loneliness.